Hi, Scorpio. This is Carrie at Wooing Nature. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you are ushering in this summer season with joy and with fulfillment and with a positive sense of yourself. I am going to be reading today, and for the month and for the whole season. This is for your summer reading, so this is all the summer. But for this reading, I am going to be reading from the Earthcraft Oracle. And then I'm also going to be reading from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. I'll be doing a medicine wheel for that. I really like doing medicine wheels somewhere, midway of the year. It could be midway of the year or the beginning of the year, but it's just a really good way to kind of set the pace and see where you are, get your bearings straight, and also receive any messages that may be coming through from the spirit world for you specifically, Scorpio. So I am in the midst of shuffling here, and we already have a couple of things on the table. Let's see if there's anything else that we need to speak to you about. Interesting morning. This is the morning where I'm in. It's been an interesting morning. Just quiet preparation. Being contemplative, going in. So since you are the first reading of the morning, I'm going to take that to be your energy, or maybe what's needed for your energy. All right, so we just got 3 cards here today. The first card says, accept your gifts. Accept your gifts. So there are some gifts that you have that you are as yet not in tune with, or either you know that they're there but you don't see them as a gift, or you know that it's a gift and you know that it's there but you're not using it, one or the other. So this is about accepting your gifts. I am seeing the contemplative part for you here in the summertime. So during the summer months, I think you should be taking some time to yourself, and not just time to yourself to do other things like the other things that you do to busy yourself, but actually take time for yourself and be quiet, as I said, and being contemplative. There's something that's brewing. It's coming all the way from your first chakra, from your base chakra. That to me means kundalini. So you have to awaken your kundalini. You have to awaken your spirit, or awaken that part of yourself that needs to be enlivened at this time. And you need to understand that that connection that you have with yourself, like that part that they're asking you to be awakened to, that it also connects you to the upper realm, or the upper spiritual realm. This is a transformative process for you, so you need to be listening, particularly listening to the spirit, those that are sending you messages from the spirit realm. And that may come through birds. It may come through birds, but I'm definitely seeing first chakra, second chakra for you as far as work to be done to help you with this. So if you are doing any kind of crystal readings, or if you're doing any kind of chakra work, chakra balancing work, you'll want to focus on those 2 areas, or they may already have told you so. All right, so it says to plant seeds, and look at this. The seed, the biggest seed, is yourself. It's you. It's your soul that you are giving birth to, or not your soul, but it's that part of your soul that I told you about that you probably are not accepting. It's something very special in you that has to be born. It has to be reborn, really, because it's in you. It's been in you since before you got here. So this is the time, again, going in, being focused, contemplative. That's all the energy that I had earlier today when I was preparing for this reading, is just quietly going about the ritual of the day, cleaning, preparing the altars, cleaning, bathing, adorning, all of it mostly in silence. So that's where you should be. So the ground right now is getting fertile for that. I see some of you need to work with amethyst stones. And again, the time for this is the summer. I'm seeing the summer. And out of that comes this sense of wealth that you have not felt before. And the sense of wealth comes from within yourself. It's not wealth outside of yourself. So if some of you have been seeking wealth or have been trying to get the bag, the way to get the bag is here. Okay? Find your gifts, accept your gifts, spend that time nurturing the seed of your gift, and then out of that comes this overwhelming feeling of oneness, this overwhelming feeling of resolve, understanding yourself very clearly, being able to walk out in the world with that and be unafraid or or unaccepting, because this is about accepting your gifts. And when you do, then this is what the outcome is. This is where it's headed for you. You're starting something new. And so right now, it's getting in touch with yourself. And after that, it's go, 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 go. It's going to move very quickly for you. So expect that kind of energy to flow in and around you during the summer, from now all the way until the fall equinox. All right, I'm headed on over to the Mystical Shaman Oracle. With the Mystical Shaman Oracle, what I'm doing is a medicine wheel, as I said. Medicine wheel reading consists of 5 cards, one in the middle, one set at the south, the west, the north, and the east, respectively. And respectfully, this connects me to my Native American teachings. Give thanks to my Native American teachers, those who walked with me while I learned, stood in the gap for me. Give thanks for them. Also give thanks to all of the living beings on earth. Those are my brothers and my sisters. This reading is for the Scorpio people that are listening in. All my Scorpio people. One more. One more. Closes the gate. All right. Very, very good. All right. So at the very center, you have the drum. This is your own rhythm. This is the rhythm that that moves you. This is your pace. This is your song. This is your directive. Okay. It is significant to you. It's for you. It's not everybody else's drum beat. It's your own drum beat, and you have to be in touch with that. For some of you, you all are going to be walking with the spirit of the hawk. Some of you with the vulture. That's so Scorpio. That's so Scorpio, the hawk and the vulture. So those two animals you will need to be paying attention to. If you're around them physically in your walking life, then you'll want to pay attention when they show up for you. So if you look in the sky, or you look on the side of the road, you see a vulture, or you see a hawk, it's significant. It's getting your attention. It's telling you, reminding you to pay attention to your hawk spirit, or pay attention to your vulture spirit. Okay? And you do have both. All right. And I'm also seeing the rattle. That's a part of the rhythm. That's a part of getting you in touch with yourself. So you have to find your own space. Like we said before, being here. I think that's it. Okay. And here in the South, there is, the card is called Magic. But for me, what I'm seeing is there's this inner child, and I've been getting this in a lot of readings, other zodiac readings, that this is the time to awaken the inner child. It's time for you to get in touch with your inner child. You're going to be learning some things about that, and the things that you're going to learn are that probably you all have been nursing these gifts since childhood. That's what I feel that you're going to be learning. These gifts are not to be squandered, misused. They're not to be poo-pooed, like, oh, it's not a big deal, whatever. For some of you, that's what you're doing. You're looking at the gift and just like, oh, well, whatever. Okay, so that's not the point. The point is to really embrace those things and utilize those gifts. And in order to do that, they have to take you back to your childhood and make you remember that you had it all along. The seed. It's always been there. Um, and then when you realize that the wealth of who you are has always been there, then you'll be like, well, darn, I'm grown. I can really do something now. Exactly. Because, when you're a child, you don't always have you don't have the power to choose because your parents and everybody else is choosing things for you. But when you get grown, you have the power to choose on your own. Okay? That's the whole thing. You know how people used to say, up until a certain age. I remember growing up in the church, they used to say something about, like you were excused from your sins until you get to a certain age, and then when you get to a certain age, you on your own. That's kind of what it is. So, in other words, what they're saying is at a certain time you were not able to choose as a child, but that didn't mean that the gift wasn't there. It meant that the seed was being nurtured. Okay, so now you have to go and retrieve that. All right. So in the west position, which is where we go to either our near or distant past, this also leads us to the road of our ancestors. It also gets us in touch with our personal past. It says thunder. And so for those of you who walk with Shango or Oya, you all will resonate with this or any other thunder beings, the thunder beings. Okay? Here the thunder beings are represented by the animal, the buffalo. So these are some strong totems coming in for you, Scorpio. Very strong totems. The hawk is at the top of the food chain. The vulture, top of the food chain. And the buffalo, which has, I mean, just, you can go on the internet, you can go to a book and read about the significance of the buffalo to the Native American people, and you will see the essence of this right here. Abundance. Okay? The buffalo provided many things for the people. And so they were revered and honored. Okay? So this is something to be revered and honored. Getting a lot of power numbers here. Number 11, number 33. 2 number 1s are coming up here. Okay? All right, in the north, we got the water. You should know all about this since you are a water sign. The north is the place of the elders, which is also the place of wisdom and where we seek wisdom when it's time to seek wisdom. So when it's time for you to seek wisdom, you need to go to the water spirits. Okay? You need to go to the water or you need to go to the water spirits, depending on what that means to you. Okay? Take me to the water. Okay? The water is one of the most powerful elements, considered to be the most powerful element. The water cannot be contained. Okay? You can contain it, but not really because it's going to eventually evaporate, turn into mist. Okay? So water cannot be contained. It can take on many different forms. That's also the power of water. Some of y'all know about this from Avatar and all of that and all of those. They got some serious wisdom in those cartoons. There's some serious wisdom being passed on to the children. Okay. So anyway, the water is very, very powerful and it can be utilized for your own evolution and edification. It can also be used for other things too. We know that. But right now I'm seeing it as a tool of reflection. So a meditation that you can do is to take a bowl of water, something that will, the bowl has to be something where you can see yourself in it, okay? So put your bowl of water and you gaze into the water, you gaze at yourself. This is a great exercise for this. Great exercise for this. And also great exercise for this, okay? So you make the bowl of water. You could do this at the lake. You could go to the lake. You could go to the ocean, any body of water. But if you're not near a body of water, create a body of water, okay, for yourself. And then you go and you stare into it and you meditate while you're gazing at yourself. and it will allow you to see something that you need to see in order to get to this place. Okay, so that's a meditation for you there. And then in the East, this is the middle world. The middle world is the Garden of Eden that we are on. It's considered to be where we are, where we exist. And so what that tells me is that after all of this happens, after you've gone through these processes, after you've gotten in touch with your animals, with your hawk and with your buzzard and with your buffalo, after you have done this contemplative work, after you've done your meditation with water or been near water. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do the meditation with water. Some people don't like to meditate. That's fine. Just go near the water. And whatever it is that you are led to do with that, it is going to put you squarely in this world and make you understand where you actually belong in it. Okay? It's also going to serve as a hedge of protection around you. It's going to shield you from the storms. Okay? So this is a positive time for you, even though it may not be out. Like a lot of people are going to be out in the sun and going to the beach and vacationing and ripping and running and things like that. But for Scorpio, this is a time where good, while the cat's away, the mouse can play. Okay? While everybody else is out there doing whatever, it gives you the time to spend to yourself so that you can get this work done. So if you don't feel like being in the crowd, that's the reason. And if you get in the crowd and you're feeling like, I could have been doing something else, that's your signal. And then for those of you who are the supreme extroverts, it may be a little bit of a challenging time for you, but push yourself, stretch yourself outside of the norm, okay, for yourself, okay. All right, so that's it for the summer. I hope the summer treats you well. If you would like to take a deeper dive and you need to know more about how things are moving for you specifically, you can reach out to me. I am at info@wooingnature.life. And as always, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you have a wonderful summer, a wonderfully contemplative summer, and I hope you're having a fabulous life.